Hey guys, so by the time you guys are seeing this video, it is probably Christmas Day. So I want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will explain why I look a mess in this video here in a little bit once I get into the video. If you guys see the title of this video, you guys are probably like, what happened? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, I will go on, get right into this video, get this done, hopefully not make it too long. So yeah. Going all the way back to December 23rd at around, well no, not around, because I'm just going to start off. So, as you all know from the last video, you guys seen that I was babysitting. While I was doing this video, I mentioned it. And so, as I was babysitting, I seen that there was some vitamin D. I just seen the vitamin D part. I didn't see the little tiny print of milk in it. So I was like, oh, vitamin D. Maybe this will help my vitamin D deficiency. And considering I am lactose intolerant, I'm not really supposed to have milk. And at this point, I did not know that vitamin D milk was the worst you could possibly have when you're on that. So I drank a good amount of it. So at that point I was fine, so I drank some more, and I went on to more, a good amount. So at that point I was fine. Came along at around 5:30. My upper stomach started really hurting. So I went ahead and I took a blue pill, which is generic for Bentyl. That helps with my relax my muscles. Because we were going almost an hour trip to a candlelight service with my youth leaders. So I went ahead and took that blue pill, and it didn't really touch me, but it got me to the point where through all the way there and through a church service, and then we all went to Hardee's afterwards to eat. At that point I was like, no, I'm not going to eat. I just don't feel like eating. My stomach hurts too much to eat. So I went ahead and I went to the bathroom, and I was in there for about 30 minutes, continuously going, because it was probably because of the milk that I drank, and it just was going through me. Now at that point it didn't really help the pain at all. So I went ahead and I got some Sprite there to help hopefully settle my stomach a little bit, and it got me to go look at Christmas lights there, and then all the way back home. At around about 11 o'clock, my youth leader was wrapping presents for her family, and at around 11 o'clock, I asked her to give me a sack because I was going to vomit. I felt nauseous before really doing anything, and I knew it was going, and I gagged and threw up about 3 times at that point. It was a good amount. I could tell it was some of the milk because it was a little bit whitish color. It was a good amount. It was about a sack something like that tall, that wide, and a circle that big, and a Walmart sack. And it was a good amount. And I was like, at that point I was like, well, that was a lot. I was like, surely I got it all out with having thrown up that much. After that, I actually started feeling a lot better. The pain there subsided, and I was feeling better than what I was. So I was like, maybe it was just some of the milk. Nothing too worried about. So maybe I'm better now. Since the pain was subsided, I felt a lot better than I did. So yeah. So she was wrapping presents, I was helping her and stuff, And about 30 minutes later, I told her I need another sack. At this point, it was really, really bad. I puked and puked and puked and puked about 5 good times, and a lot came out during that time. I couldn't really. It went all the way down me. Like, it was pretty bad. I don't know how much, but I know there was a ton more than the first time, and it was bad. So at that point, I was like, well, I don't have no extra clothes to put on. I'm just going to go home, just in case it's not just the milk, it may be something different. Because I wasn't able to keep nothing down, like nothing at all. So I went ahead and I called my mom. And she was bringing me clothes and stuff, and so that happened. And they brought me them clothes, but then they left to go back home, and my youth leader was going to bring me back to my house after I was done taking my shower and everything, because I went and got cleaned up and everything. So at that point, I got out of the shower, and I was really relaxed. I was still kind of queasy and stuff, and it was, at this point, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. After 1 o'clock, and then she didn't want to go to Walmart by herself because it was really late at night, and so I told her I would go with her. We got to Walmart's parking lot, and I felt really, like, sick again, and I didn't want it. I was going to stay in the car and everything, but then I was just like, yeah, you may just have to take me home because I'm really not feeling that well. So she took me home. I pretty much laid up on the couch in the living room, stayed sitting up because I didn't want to lay down flat on my back just in case I had to do it flare up again. So I just sat up on the couch. I laid there for about 30 minutes, and then I ran to the bathroom because I knew I was going to do it again. And at this point, I was gagging a ton. And only very little came out this time. It was mostly water. And I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And it was just honestly just liquid. And at that point, I was getting super pale. I was dizzy. And I told my mom she was going to have to take me to the ER because there was no way that I was going to go through this all night without having no medication. So around 2 o'clock, we got to the ER, and they got me into a room. My hair, oh my goodness. They got me into a room, and they quickly wanted a urine sample because at the hospital here in town, they now make you, before they do any treatment, anything, they make you take a pregnancy test, honestly. And honestly, it's so stupid. All because one person lied, or they didn't know, or something like that. It's a whole new thing now, that they're now required to do that. And of course, they came back negative, so they quickly took me back to a CT scan to see if they could find anything from there. And then I went back. They did some drawing on they did an IV on my arm. If you guys can see that right here. Yeah, you guys can kind of see something there. And then there's all over here. They did an IV. At first, they took some blood, and then they gave me Zofran, and then they gave me some Zofran, which was nausea medicine, and then acid reflux medicine, and then they went ahead and gave me a bag of fluids. At that point, I pretty much slept there because it was really late. I felt so bad because my mom was just sitting there in the ER, and I'm sure it was so uncomfortable sitting in the chair. But I just slept on the bed and everything and tried to get some sleep because I was so tired from throwing up and everything. I went home around 4 o'clock in the morning. They pretty much said that I had inflamed lymph nodes and my white blood cells was a little bit high. I don't know what the normal level is supposed to be, but mine was like 13 out of 13. So yeah. So today, I'm sorry I look crappy in this video. They pretty much just told me to sleep a lot and drink lots of fluids. And so that's pretty much what I've done today. I feel a lot better than I did. Earlier I just had that pain there again, but I took some Bentyl and it pretty much helped it subside again. I'm not very nauseated at all. If I did, they sent me home with some Zofran that I can take for if I do feel nauseated again. And they told me to take Bentyl when I need it as well. So yeah, anyway, that is all for now. That was my ER trip on New Year's Eve. So yeah, it's the night before Christmas. I'm sure it's already Christmas. It is! It's 12 a.m. It's officially Christmas, so Merry Christmas. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas with your family and you all have a very good time. So yeah, my next video might be tomorrow, the 26th, or I don't know. Again, I need some video suggestions. I haven't got any yet, and I need some, so let me know what you guys want to see from me this coming year or before the new year. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. So yeah, bye.